Hello children, in this video, I'll continue chapter number 6, Combustion and Flame. So in last video, we had discussed that what is combustion, types of combustion, ignition temperature, and the conditions required for the combustion to take place. Now children will see that how we can control fire. You must have heard of fire breaking out in homes, shops, factories, etc. The fire can be at any place. So how the fire can be controlled? Generally, we have heard that if we throw water on the fire, so by throwing water, we can control the fire. But the question arises, is it necessary or is it possible in each and every case to throw water and the fire can be extinguished? So in today we'll discuss the different cases that how a fire can be controlled. So in last class we had also discussed the conditions required for the fire to take place. First is fuel. These are the conditions for any type of combustion to take place. First is fuel. Second is air, that the supply of oxygen from the air. Third is heat. We require the amount of heat to raise the temperature beyond the ignition temperature. So fire can be controlled by removing any one or more of these conditions. These are the three conditions required for the fire to take place. If one of the condition is missing, then the fire can be extinguished. Next, we have heard many type of fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers, main work of fire extinguisher is there. It cut the supply of air or brings down the temperature of a fuel or both, and it can control the fire. So children, we are having a different ways that how the fire can be extinguished. So first method of controlling the fire is by using water. That is very common method. Water is used. It's more common fire extinguisher. It can be used only when materials like wood, paper, etc. are set on fire. It's very important to note down that water can't be used if electrical equipments and inflammable materials like petrol, carbon dioxide, petrol, and if they are set on the fire. So it's very difficult. In that case, we can't use the water. So I think there is a reason, you know the reason, that water can't be used to put out oil and petrol fires because they float on water and continue to burn. Instead of extinguishing the fire will increase if we use the water to put a fire in case of petrol pumps or oil. Next, second method is by using carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is the best fire extinguisher to put out of fire caused by inflammable materials like oil, petrol, and electrical equipments. Reason is carbon dioxide is heavier than air and it covers the fire and cut off the supply of oxygen and puts out the fire. So in this way, the fire extinguisher, you know, when we use fire extinguisher, it produces carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide forms a blanket around that fuel. And in this way, it cut the supply of oxygen and soon the fire get extinguished. Now, from where the carbon dioxide is produced? So carbon dioxide is stored at high pressure as a liquid in the cylinders. So chemicals like sodium bicarbonate, another name for it is baking soda, potassium bicarbonate produces carbon dioxide near the fire. So in this way, carbon dioxide is produced, and when that carbon dioxide is produced, it forms the blanket around the fuel, and we can stop the fire, or the fire can be extinguished. One thing is also there, children, you must have heard that when the clothes of a person catches fire, in that case, the person is covered with a blanket to extinguish the fire. Can you tell that how it can be possible? Because when that person who has caught fire is covered with the blanket, so that blanket cut the supply of oxygen, and that fire can be extinguished. So children, we have in this video, we have discussed the different ways of controlling the fire. So first I had discussed that by using the water, whenever the fire extinguisher comes, and when the fire brigade reaches, soon they start pouring water. And water, what does it do? It cool the combustible material. So by throwing water, the ignition temperature is brought down. So in that way, the water can be used to extinguish the fire. And secondly, we have read about the fire extinguisher, which produces the carbon dioxide. Thank you.